Good morning. I'm calling this meeting to order. The date is March 20th, and this is the regularly scheduled executive committee meeting. My name is Jacob Fry, and I'm the chair of this committee. And with me, I'm joined by Council Members Gordon, Vice President Jenkins, and Council Member Johnson. I'll let the record reflect we have a quorum. Council President Bender will be joining us probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes, as she is with doing some work with CPED right now. We have just two items on the agenda for today. The first is the reappointment of the Director of Civil Rights, Ms. Velma Corbel, and the second is the appointed position in the Human Resources Department. It's the Director of Learning and Development Solutions. And so I'm going to go ahead and move the first item, which is the considering of the nomination to reappoint Velma Corbel to the position of Director of Civil Rights for a 2-year term beginning January 2nd, 2018. As we don't have any, this is not a staff-related item. Does anybody have any discussion on this particular item? No? Seeing none, all those in approval, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say no. Just to be certain, so we don't run into the issues from last time, I'm just going to do a roll call to make sure we actually do have the 3 or 4 ayes or whatever is required.
Councilmember Gordon. Aye. Councilmember Jenkins.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
And Chair Fry.
Aye.
There are four ayes.
So that item passes. Item number 2 on the agenda is the appointed position in the Human Resources Department, the Director of Learning and Development. Do we have a presentation? Yes, we do have a presentation on this particular item. Go ahead, please. Thank you.
Good morning, Mayor Fry, members of the Executive Committee. My name is Pamela Nelms, and I'm here representing the Classification and Compensation Unit of the Human Resources Department. Today, we're here to consider a new position in the Human Resources Department titled Director Learning and Development Solutions. This position reports directly to the Chief Human Resources Officer, and it will be responsible for directing city leadership development, talent and organizational development, workforce and succession planning, and employee engagement to support and strengthen a performance culture that meets city goals. The job has been evaluated at 568 total points and allocated to grade 12. The salary range, if approved in accordance with the adopted compensation plan for appointed officials, would be $104,949 to $124,410. Today, I'm asking that you adopt the findings that the proposed position meets the criteria in Section 20.1010 of the Minneapolis Code of Ordinances, City Council to establish positions, that you approve this position titled Director Learning and Development Solutions, that you approve the recommended salary range as is consistent with the appointed pay plan, and that you refer this matter to City Council. I'd be happy to take any questions that you might have.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Does anyone have any questions for staff? I'll note that we've been joined by Council President Lisa Bender. Councilmember Gordon.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to clarify that the funding for this staff was in the budget already.
Mayor Fry, Councilmember Gordon. Yes, this position is actually replacing a position that we had previously and is no longer used. The previous position was titled Director Strategic Employment, and actually that position had a higher salary at the top of $140,546, so it's about a $16,000 decrease from the previous position that did these functions to the position we're recommending today.
Thank you very much for that clarification.
Council Vice President Jenkins.
Thank you, Mayor and Ms. Helms.
Nelms.
Nelms, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Can you just talk a little bit more about what the role is, what the duties of this position are?
Mayor Fry, Council Vice President Jenkins, of course. We'll get that. Okay, the duties and responsibilities, I'll give you maybe 8 of them, and then if you have more questions, I'll ask the CHRO to come up and give a better description of how it fits in with the organization and the goals of the HR department. This position will participate in setting HR strategic direction and operational plans. Will work with the HR executive leadership group to establish the overall budget for the division and manage the expenditures for the division. It will identify and reinforce the core competencies required for performance across the city. It will establish workforce and succession planning strategies for identifying, developing, and promoting high potential and high-performing staff. It will create and lead organization-wide learning and development strategies, including specialized development opportunities for leaders, managers, and supervisors. It will provide leadership, management, supervision, and support of the division staff. And it will consult with departments and hiring managers to design and implement learning strategies that support their development, business goals and objectives.
Okay. And you said it's replacing the strategic employment, director of strategic employment.
Yes, it's replacing a position that we no longer use, titled Director Strategic Employment.
Thank you, Ms. Helms. Thank you very much.
Any further questions for staff on this item? Thank you, Ms. Nelms. I appreciate
I
it.
apologize, Ms. Nelms. I think
Yes.
that's right.
Yes, thank you.
Seeing that there are no further questions, I'll go ahead and I'll move this item. All those in approval, please say, sorry, is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in approval say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. That item passes. And as we have no other items on the agenda, we are adjourned. Thank you.